Alrighty, pipe smokers. Yeah, happy Wednesday. Today's the 27th of March, and I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Anyway, so we got home, and in the mail was this gorgeous Stanwell pipe. It's a 1997, and I'm telling you, it looks better than the pictures. It may not look much to you guys right now, but this is a 1997. This was the pipe of the year, and this was made in Denmark by Stanwell. It's a bowl number 29. The briar is just beautiful on it. The crown on the pipe is in great shape. The stem has some oxidation, but no real major bite marks. You can just see just the tiniest bit of teeth chatter, but it's so minute that you could take that out with steel wool. But what a gorgeous pipe. So let's see what we can do. And it's got that beautiful little brass plaque on the side of it. Let's see what we could do. Yeah, it says 1997 on it. The Stanwell logo here, which is also in brass. Let's see what we can do over the next hour with it. We'll be back in a nanosecond, and let me go to work on this pipe. So take a look at it before and after. There's before. You can see all the oxidation on the pipe. Before, it does need reamed out a little bit, not much. I might not even ream it out. And yeah, everything fits nicely. You could tell this pipe was definitely taken care of and has been used. We're going to doll her up and try to make her look brandy new. We'll be back in a nanosecond. Let me do my work. All right, pipe smokers, so drum roll. Oh, well, whatever. I got a pipe in one hand. So here we go. That is a 1997 Stanwell that you could be proud to smoke in any pipe club. There we go. So what did I do? First thing I did is I took Everclear. Everclear is basically 98% pure alcohol. You could use a real high percentage vodka, anything that's not going to really give you a taste. Although some people like to clean their pipes with rum and different things. That's okay. So we took the pipe apart and soaked this in Everclear, and you can see I shoved it up the shank of the pipe, and I did that a few times and just let it sit for a few minutes. And then cleaned it some more, did the same thing with the stem, and a lot of nice gunk came out of there. It does have a little bit of carbon buildup. Someone did ream this pipe out, and they were smart. They left a little carbon buildup in it, which is great, and I left it just like that. I did go inside and in around the entire bowl, so it's completely sanitized. The next thing I did is I took some just regular all-purpose brass cleaner with an old cloth, 100% cotton cloth that happens to be an old pair of underwear. Yeah, and I cleaned the brass plaque up on it. I cleaned the beautiful ring that goes around the pipe. I cleaned the brass logo up. Really nice. And one thing I did notice, now this stem had some oxidation on it, which basically turned it from black to a brown color, almost like dirt. And I noticed when I was cleaning the logo that the brass cleaner actually took off that oxidation. Now, if you have real heavy oxidation, what I do is I take a a solution of OxyClean, which is a powder. You can buy it at any grocery store. And warm water, not hot water. If you use hot water, if you have a bent pipe and you use really hot water, that bend is going to come out of the pipe. It's going to go back to its normal positioning. So warm. So it feels warm to you, not hot. But I did notice that all-purpose brass cleaner actually took the oxidation off of the stem. So yeah, I also noticed that it did clean up some of the briar around here because you couldn't see the grain quite as well as you can now. And I noticed that it did clean up the briar. So I said, well, what the heck? And I used I didn't soak this in brass cleaner. I used a little dab on a cotton cloth. I made a little bit go a long way, and it went all around that pipe. And you can see what came off of that briar. That's from the oils from the person's hand that was touching it. If the pipe was smoked a lot, you're going to get oils and so forth and tar from the, pipe tobacco that's going to permeate through the briar and even into the outside. And then finally, what I did for the final treatment is I took this Decatur pipe shield. It's really the consistency of chapstick. In fact, when I ran out of chapstick, I actually used this because my lips were chapped. And this is what it looks like. And I'll show you. I carry a little cotton cloth in there. It looks just like chapstick. And you can put it right on your lips. But it's cheap. You can get it anywhere online. So I went over the stem, basically the entire pipe. The briar, the stem, everything with Decatur pipe shield, which is a no-buff hand wax. If I wanted to give this a real high gloss on the stem, basically on the entire pipe, I could. I do have a buffing wheel with all the buffing compounds and polish, but I like it like this. This is really nice. The draw is great. So yeah. So the other thing that I did also too, I forgot to tell you, I did take the pipe cleaner and I did soak it in Everclear, put it up through the stem when the pipe was apart. I let that sit in there for a few minutes too and then worked it back and forth. So this pipe is cleaned, doweled up, and sanitized. Now, is this a restoration? No, it's not a restoration. This is a cleanup job. All right. This pipe does not need to be restored. If it had dings and nicks and scratches and the finish was halfway gone, yeah, you could sand her down and start from scratch. But so that's what I did. And it took me about 20 minutes. There you go. Now we're going to load her up and we're going to smoke it. We'll be right back in a nanosecond. What do you think? 20 minutes worth of work? You saw the before, that's the after. Look at that. Gorgeous briar. Oh, yeah. Gorgeous brass. And, the lettering on this and everything is so crisp and clear. This pipe was well taken care of. It's never been sanded down or anything. It is a bowl number, I think 29. Yeah. You can see that nice and crisp. Lettering, nice and crisp. That's a nice pipe. They wanted $79 for this pipe. I emailed them and said, look, the most I'll pay is $60. I sent them an offer because it was buy it now or make an offer. I sent them an offer of $58. Fired one over the bow, as the Navy would say. And they sent me back a counter offer for $60. I took it. So for $70 with delivery and tax, and what I paid for this price, that's what I've got. A 1997 Stanwell Pipe of the Year with the plaque on the side, made in Denmark. There you go. Now let's smoke it. What do you think? Alrighty, so we're back. So what I really wanted to smoke in this for the first time is some Sutliff vanilla custard that is 3 years and 12 days old. March 16th of 2021. That vanilla custard, I looked all over for it. I finally found it on my kitchen table. I've got 3 pounds of it upstairs in the chest, but I didn't want to open that up because it's never been opened. So there we go. The Stanwell pipe, like I said, there was a tiny bit of carbon buildup still left in there, but I'm going to leave it in there for now. If it gives the pipe a sour taste or a bitter taste, I know what pure vanilla custard tastes like out of a brand new pipe. If it tastes any different than that, I'm going to fully ream it out. But for now, it's got some buildup in there. Let's start it on fire. Look at that. She turned out beautiful. You can see it in the sunlight now a little better. Yeah. There she is. Gorgeous. Full bowl of vanilla custard. Wow. Now I know these Stanwell pipes sell for what they sell for, because they smoke great so far. That's just the Charlight. Oh. Don't taste anything out of the ordinary. That's a good thing so far. But I just lit her up. Wow. What a beautiful, great smoking pipe. Man, I'm real happy with the way that turned out. I really am. Yeah, you saw the before pics, and that crown was in really nice shape. The other ones that the guy had, the crown was a bit, you could tell it had been burned and then scraped off. And the bowl wasn't perfectly cylindrical. It had been kind of burned in some spots on some of the other pipes this particular seller had. This is going to be one of my favorite smokers. I think the important part when you get an estate pipe, as far as smokability and the taste that you're going to get from it, because it will have if you take any blend and smoke it in a different, vintage pipe, you're going to get a slightly different taste out of it. Some of them more adversely differently than others. But when you get a bristled pipe cleaner, I use the bristled ones with they got copper bristles in here, so they're very aggressive. You soak that down with pure grain alcohol and you shove it up that shank, wiggle it around a little bit, and let her sit there for 5-10 minutes. It's drawing all of that stuff out of the briar. Mm. My first Stanwell pipe. I love it. Oh, yeah. Boy, did she came out. That is a beautiful billiard pipe. She came out good, cleaned out so nice. We're going to let this little lady rest for a little bit. She is starting to warm up. I've been puffing pretty hard on this. We'll be back in a nanosecond. All right, so we're back. So keep in mind when your bowl is heating up, all right, it's opening the pores of that wood. It's expanding, okay? Now is an opportune time after you've put that Decatur pipe shield on, this hand wax, to really go at it when it's warm, all right? And what I do is I start out by going like this, all right? I'll take it and I go around the pipe. And I'm pressing pretty hard. But then what I want to do is I want to go with the grain of the wood, which on this particular pipe is up and down. So I'll take it and I'm going to do this. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Just nice and warmed up. All right. And what that does is that's getting more gunk out of the grain of the briar. You know, your fingers have oil on them. Some people smoke a pipe with dirty hands. All around. Yeah. And then around the shank of the pipe, I go like this, and I go like that, 2 different directions. And even since I showed you the last time, the briar on this pipe is popping out even more. You can see it. Yeah, look at that. That is a beautiful, fine example of a pipe that didn't need to be restored. Now, when you're looking for them, make sure the crown's in good shape, not all gnawed up. And look at a lot of people, you want to see this picture, the top view. You don't want to see this back wall thinner than the front wall or the side walls. That means this part of the pipe is starting to burn out. So you could, you got to watch for those things. You got to look for teeth chatter here. You got to, if you're collecting K-Woodies, you got to make sure you got pictures showing the stinger that has the ball on the end. It hasn't been cut off. A lot of the old guys did that for a better draw. But that's a pipe that I took. Well, now I got about 30 minutes into it, and it looks like brand new, really. Looks like brand new. So you guys that are looking on eBay, just keep searching, man. You know what? I'm giving away some of my secrets of how I buy pipes. I've got more pipes than I'll ever need for the rest of my life. And the mistakes and the knowledge that I've learned from doing that, and then, basically doweling up pipes. I've never done a full restoration, but you know, once you put it on a buffing wheel and stuff, this didn't need any of that, all right? But I can't take that knowledge with me. So I may be creating a lot of competitors in the eBay market when it comes to buying used estate pipes, but that's okay. I have everything I need, and I can't take that knowledge with me. I've put thousands and thousands of hours into studying, buying, making mistakes, getting trophies like this. That pipe I can turn right around now and sell it for way more than what I got into it. I got $70 into it. Okay? But these people that buy the estate pipes, a lot of them don't clean them up like that. They don't put the time into it. They just throw them on there. But if you know what you're looking for, like what I'm sharing with you, with, the condition, it's all about condition, 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 condition. One of my subscribers says, oh, I found a K Woody that I liked. It had this little problem with it. Forget about it. If it's got a problem, unless you're a pipe maker, forget about it. Leave it alone. All right? Buy a pipe that you can clean up like this and set at your kitchen table or your workbench and just enjoy the art of doweling these up and beautifying them, restoring them to what they were. And this thing smokes so good. I'm sorry, I get excited about pipes like this. When you get it in, the briar looks a little dried out. The stem is all oxidized. The brass or whatever is all oxidized. And you sit there at your workbench or your kitchen table with 4 products. I had 4 products, okay? I had the Everclear, the bottle of Everclear, which is on top of my refrigerator. That's the alcohol, that's 98%. I had that. I had good bristle pipe cleaners. All right, that's number 2. Number 3, I had brass cleaner. All right. And I thought about taping this off, but then I was like, nah. And number 4, the Decatur pipe hand polish. You could do a lot of stuff with pipes just with what I've showed you. And this is a great, great smoker. Well, I'm going to finish this bowl. But look at that. There you go. You saw the before picture. That's the after picture. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the other thing, when you're buying estate pipes, make sure the letters are clear and deep and pronounced. But if you're getting a 100-year-old pipe like, I don't know, one of these K Woodies, you're going to get wear. You can't see the nomenclature, which is, well, I can see in the light. It says super grain K Woody. You can't see that. You can see it a little bit right there. But it's been worn. Somebody had this in their hand for 100 years. Well, I hope you enjoyed my Stanwell pipe cleanup. and our Wednesday smoke together, and a few more tips on buying pipes off of eBay. Condition, 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 condition. If there's something wrong with the pipe, if that's not up, meaning chewed up, if it looks burnt out, the bowl isn't totally even, like part of the briar is burned away, stay away from it. Man, what a great smoker. I'm so freaking proud of that. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the bowl. Then I'm going to make a steak. Anyway, Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. Thank God. Enjoy it. Enjoy pipe smoking. Enjoy buying them. Enjoy collecting them. Enjoy bidding on them. Enjoy making offers on them. Enjoy all that stuff. And most of all, when the end of the day comes, enjoy smoking them. Paul the Pipe Guy, over and out.